This is question number 14 from textbook. The question says that a girl which is 1.5 meter spots a balloon moving with the horizontal in a wind in a horizontal line. And the balloon is at a height of, this is the height of the balloon mentioned as 88.2 meters from the ground, right? And the angle of elevation of the balloon from the eyes of the girl at an instant is 60 degrees. That means in the beginning, that the angle of elevation is 60 degrees, as you can see here. After some time, as the balloon is moving in this direction, as you can see, the balloon is moving from this to this position, right? The angle of elevation now changes to 30 degrees. So this is the new angle of elevation. We have to find the distance traveled by the balloon, right? Now that means we have to find this length, or maybe this one. For that, you have to draw the diagram in your notebook. So let's say what we can do. First, we should draw a horizontal here. Then taking the height of the girl, let's say, this is the height of the girl, which is 1.2 meter, right? And then I'm going to make the balloons, the position of the balloon, say this position 1, and going to make the other position of the balloon, say this is the second position of the balloon. Now, what we need to do is join to make an angle of elevation. First, the angle of elevation is made. Let's first name it. I'm naming this as a AB be the girl, and say CD be the, D is the position of the balloon initially. And now I can take say D, E is the new position of the balloon, the base CD, E, say this is F. Now what we will be doing, first we'll making the angle of elevations here. Now the angle of elevations in the beginning, that is, for that I have to first make an horizontal, right? We need to make an horizontal before making this angle of elevations. So I made a horizontal here. I made a horizontal. And from here, the angle of elevations in the first case is found to be 60 degrees. So we'll be joining A with D. I join A with D to make the first angle of elevation, and which is given how much as say 60 degree. In the second case, I'm going to make another angle of elevation from the same point A and then coming to E, right? This is the new position of the balloon. Say that is, this time the angle of elevation has changed, and it is how much? This one angle is 30 degree. That's the new angle is 30 degree. So this is 30 degree now, right? We have to find the distance traveled by the balloon. So we can either join this DE, right? DE is what we have to get, but you should also know that here DE is same as the length of DE in this case. So the length of DE, that is what the distance traveled by the balloon, is same as CF, right? As it is forming a parallelogram. These lengths are equal. So whether we find say DE or it's CE is all same, and that is what we have to find out. I can see more points here. So let's name this as point as M and this as N. Now these three lengths are equal, right? As we can see from the diagram, DE is same as MN, which is same as CF. So any of this will give you the final answer. Now let's write down the measurements here. The girl, which is 1.2 meter tall, and the height of the balloon is found to be 88.2. Throughout, it is 88.2 meter in height. Now from the diagram, we can see that the length of DM will be same as En, and that will be equal to 88.2 minus 88.2 minus 1.2, because these are 1.2 each, right? Now, so this will give you 87 meter. Yeah. So now first what we can do is consider, we have to get the length of, as we have already decided, we have to get the length of, this is what, we have to get the length of this. So for that, what we can do, we will consider two right angle triangle. In the first part, I'm considering this right angle triangle, this one, and we'll apply tan to get the length of. So overall, the steps involved in this case will be like, first we'll be getting the length of mn. Say first we will get the length of, say, an, right, in the first part. In the next part, we'll get the length of am, and on subtracting these two, we'll get the length of mn. So that will be the steps involved in doing this question. So let's proceed with the first part. For that, we need to consider a triangle where an is a part. So we'll be considering a triangle. So let's say I'm considering a triangle here. So we are considering a triangle here. First is A N E, and we'll be applying tan 30 degree. Tan 30 is perpendicular over base perpendicular. As you can see in this figure, it is En, right, in this triangle. Right? You should know the triangle we are talking about, this triangle. So in this triangle, we have perpendicular as En and the base as En. So tan 30 is 1 over root 3. En is given to us, En as 87, and En is missing. So by cross multiplication, we'll get En is equal to 87 root 3. That is equation 1. So once we get this value of an, now we'll be getting the value of am. Now considering the other triangle, this time I'm considering this triangle. That is AMD. So we'll be applying tan 60 in this triangle. That is, first it is necessary to mention in triangle AMD, we can use tan 60, which is perpendicular as DM in this case, and the base as AM. Tan 60 is root 3. The length of DM is from here, that is 87, and that of AM is what we are required to find in this case. So by cross multiplication, AM is equal to 87 over root 3. That should give you the equation 2. So you may rationalize it or you may leave it for the final part. Now, once we got the length of AN and AM, we can see that we have to get MN, and from the figure you can see the length of MN is AN minus AM, right? From this whole, if I remove this part, we'll get the length of this part, right? So the length of AN, it is 87 root 3, and that of AM is 87 over root 3. Now what we can do in the next part, we can take common, right? So this is MN. I can take root 3, 87 common, sorry. We can take 87 common, so that will give us root 3 minus 1 over root 3. On simplification, taking LCM, you'll get root 3 into root 3, that is 3. 3 minus 1, which is 2, right? So that is 2 by root 3. What you can do in the later part, you can rationalize this, right? With root 3 multiplied divided by root 3. After rationalizing, what you are getting, 87 into 2, that divided by root 3. So this is 87 into 2 root 3, and they are divided by root 3 into root 3 is 3. You can further reduce this. This is divisible, right? So 3 one time, and 3 2 times is 6, and 27, that is 3 9 times. So our final answer will be 58 root 3. This much meter. And we'll end this with a statement that the distance traveled by this balloon during this interval is 58 root 3 meter.